Hi there guys, and welcome back to a new episode on Apxt. So guys, Apxt over the past day has seen a bit of growth, not even a significant amount to be honest. We're looking at an increase of about 0.4% from 9:30 this morning. The question for this one is it a buy right now? Because obviously over the past 5 days, we're looking at quite a decrease in price up until this point here at about midday on the 11th of February. So of course from there, we are looking at an increase of about 3%. So yes, it's not the biggest that we have seen, but of course it is an indication of some things potentially to come, and the question is now the right time to buy this one, or should you avoid it? Well guys, obviously I am not a financial advisor, so make sure to do your own research, but in this video I'm giving all of my personal opinions. If it sounds like a plan, if you might enjoy it, please do leave a like and subscribe because it would help to grow the channel. And with that being said, let's jump straight in. So yes guys, Apxt is one of those SPACs which we have seen actually not grown by too much over the past few months. If we do have a look from this point here on the 1st of December up until now, you can see that the share has actually gone up by only 7% in value, which is a significant amount for a stable stock. But for a SPAC, you know, we usually do see a lot more growth than 7% in about 1 or 2 months. So it is quite disappointing as of so far. And of course, over the past day, we are looking at a bit of growth, but obviously it's not the most volatile SPAC out there right now, and it's not the most volatile SPAC, you know, that we have seen this year. I don't think that's a bad thing because there is still some decent room for growth in my opinion with this one, but with that merger date coming ever closer, the question is this one going to pop up and are we going to see more growth? Because right now guys, if you'd have bought this one back on about the 9th of February and held until now, you can see that you would actually be down 1.37%. So realistically guys, I think this one really is going to start to pop up pretty soon in price. I don't think it's going to go too much higher in my personal opinion. I think there is some room for this one to touch $20 pre-merger, but I think with this SPAC we are hopefully at least going to see some growth post-merger, because obviously yes, this one has been pretty flat so far. I think the reason for that is because of the industry that the company is in, because realistically guys, looking at the fundamentals of this company, obviously Apxt has a lot of growth coming for it. It has been grown by quite a significant amount over the past year or so. I think this company's fundamentals are solid, so the fact that this SPAC has not got as much attention as some of the others really makes no sense to me, because it is probably one of the best out there in my personal opinion. So realistically, I do think this one is bound to see some more growth going forward. I think it definitely could touch $20 pre-merger like I said, but honestly guys, as of current, I don't think that we are going much higher than that, because obviously like I've said, it has been a pretty dead SPAC. It hasn't got a lot of attention. I think that is going to result in the share price not growing as much as we initially thought, so that is kind of disappointing guys, but obviously it does still leave about $5 per share room to see some growth. Hopefully, I think that would be enough to justify the stock as being a buy, but of course as of current, it has been grown by such a small amount. The question is it really worth it, and what is the potential of touching this one? But realistically, if you were to ask me the question, would I buy this one as of the current price? Absolutely guys, I would, if I was willing to take that risk, because obviously there is also the risk that it could not grow as much as we anticipate. It could definitely, you know, stay pretty flat up until that merger, but I think going into the future, if you are willing to hold this one long term, as a lot of people are, this one is probably going to be a very decent long term investment, as a company which is, you know, merging with this stock is going to be absolutely fantastic. The fundamentals are really there to justify buying this one for the long-term approach. I think as of the current price of $15, it definitely could be a great buy for the long term and to hold this one in the next 5 or 6 years. But of course, short term, as a lot of people are looking for that SPAC, honestly, I hate to say it, I think there are some better SPAC options out there for big profits, unfortunately. But for a long-term hold, I think that Apxt is definitely a solid company to get into. But the question is, how much growth are we going to see leading up until that merger? Honestly guys, I think that we could see a decent amount, but I don't think it is going to be as much as we initially anticipated. But things definitely could change going forwards, and we could definitely see this one explode into the next week, which could improve the share price by a significant amount, and of course subsequently improve the amount of growth that we could see pre-merger. But so far, things have been pretty underwhelming. Not necessarily a bad thing, because it definitely does present some decent buy-in opportunities, but I would like to have seen this one grow a bit more. So it is a bit disappointing that it is not as high as we initially hoped that it was going to be. But guys, if you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like and subscribe. That would be appreciated. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye until then.